Today, we are debunking some of the common bearish stories that we've been hearing around town. So Miles, let me throw this one at you. The bull market is simply too long.
Well, look, that's one that I hear a lot, and it's one of those areas where the bears seem to have a lot of traction in terms of frightening people. This notion that the bull market has gone on for too long, and there's certainly a lot of pseudoscience that gets thrown around the market to try and justify this line of thinking. There's a cycle theory of bull markets can only last for a certain period of time. And I can tell you now, the news story we're all going to be reading in the next few months, in the first half of next year, is that come June 2018, this is going to be the longest bull market on record, which will make for wonderful news, but is an absolutely nonsense reason to sell your shares. Share markets do not move up and down according to some mystical cycle, and all of the pseudoscience out there about lengths of cycles and bull market runs really doesn't have any impact on reality. The idea of watching bull market cycles, and I think what people are really trying to capture with this notion is trying to pick up periods of excessive market exuberance, excessive valuations, excessive optimisms, and none of that is really in place right now. In many ways, the current cycle really fails that first test of being a bull market, excessive optimism. It certainly has been one of the most unloved cycles, one of the most unloved rallies we've had in history, and it hasn't been a particularly big bull market. While it's gone on for a very long time, it actually hasn't risen by too much, share markets. The current, just looking at the US as an example, the current US expansion has lasted almost as long as the one in the 1990s. That's currently the longest expansion, but it's only risen by about half as much from peak to trough. So I don't feel there's been that excessive exuberance or optimism that really makes me worried about that we're setting ourselves up for a big correction.
Okay, so the length of the rally, irrelevant. Got it. Join us next time as we look at debunking high valuations.